Alright, let's go over the plan one more time. I don't want to hear any arguments, right? I know we've done this 50 times tonight, but one more time, because I want to make sure we are all clear.
It's just lacking details, Fingers. That's all I'm worried about. Lacking detail.
I'm Fingers. That's Rinky.
I was looking at you. I'm saying to Fingers, it's lacking detail.
Lack of detail?
Yes, Larry.
Lack of detail? You are kidding me! There's a lack of detail.
Well, let's just go.
There's nothing but detail in this plan.
I see a 13-page executive summary, a 200-page prospectus, and not much detail.
Required documentation to get it past the House of Commons. We've gone over the plan and the requirement for the paperwork in triplicate. We've got. What are you talking about?
House of Commons?
It's going to be the caper of. Is that the right word? Caper of the century?
I think it's a jalapeno.
Not a caper.
Oh, it's
the jalapeno of the century.
No.
Not a fucking.
Why did you bring him? What did you bring him?
No, this is a robbery. We need to make sure.
Robbery. This is going to be the crime of the century. They're not going to call it a robbery.
Yeah, I know.
They don't call the Great Train Robbery the. All right, maybe that once they did. All right,
but that was a great.
The Great Train Robbery.
That was a great train robbery.
This is going to be the crime of the century.
What about the Great Stealing?
It doesn't have the edgy and punchiness. They're not going to put that on the front page of the bloody Times, mate.
Yeah, the Great
Stealing. What a mob of three stealers.
It's a caper.
Carried out their final great stealing. It's not a caper. Capers are fun romps. May as well call it fancy schmancy romp.
What the sort of thing you'd see Hugh, what's his name in?
He's gay. He would talk about him.
All right.
Anyway, let's go over the details and we'll get the name of the plan sorted out at the end, all right? As we know,
at 12:01,
the princess's balls arrive in the glass cabinet by coach.
Princess's balls. You weren't listening, were you? The princess's balls.
I heard balls.
The Princess of Portugal arrives and the balls are in a glass. Have you guys read
No. The princess is going to a ball in the glass carriage.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So it will not.
How many times am I going to tell you this?
It's not a hold up then.
No.
Oh no, it's a caper. That's for sure. But we're not stealing the princess's balls.
I thought
the Princess of Portugal will arrive at the ball at 10:02
in a glass carriage.
Right. Okay. Well, we will need to rework the title then. Yeah. Okay. But I thought that was all just a ruse.
No, that's not a ruse. We will be under the carriage.
I'll be wearing rouge because I'm dressed as a woman.
That's right.
I'm dressed as the princess.
God.
He's in the manhole. Well, this case will have to be a woman hole, won't it, really?
It'll be a woman hole.
It'll be a woman hole.
Under the carriage.
Under the carriage.
Looking at the princess.
Dressed as the princess.
Looking at her balls.
Now
Not so much. Look at it's sort of an upskirting.
Forget the balls, and she's coming to a ball. Okay.
She'll think it's her mirror reflection on the floor, but it will be me.
You're ugly mug.
I'll be wearing rouge.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
What part of this plan don't you get?
What are you laughing at? Okay, this is occupied the greatest minds in the
criminal world.
For anything up to 2 days.
This whole thing was a sideshow, was a diversion from the major activity, as I recall. Am I wrong or am I right?
Well, I don't remember what the major activity was, if that's the case, because I've always thought I was going to be dressed up as a woman and go to a ball.
That was part of the diversionary tactic.
Well, quite looking forward to it.
The major focus of the media on the day will be on the princess's balls, as I understood the plan.
No, you had that completely wrong. Okay.
No, he's not completely wrong. But there will be press at the princess ball.
Who came up with this plan?
You did.
Okay, at no stage are we
and we've far-knuckled the whole thing so far.
At no stage is the caper concerning stealing the princess's balls, because she's a princess, for God's sake. All right? Okay? You get that out of your mind. Right.
Even so, she's going to a ball. We've got...
the golden carriage pulls up over top of the woman hole.
Sammy Swiftfoot, he'll be under the carriage, dressed in a woman, wearing rouge.
Carrying a bag of capers.
Looking up her skirt, carrying a bag of capers.
Carrying a hacksaw.
Trying to get his hands on...
Carrying a hacksaw?
You've got to...
So what?
Why weren't you listening? Okay,
why am I carrying capers?
You're not carrying capers. You can carry any vegetables.
It's called the Great Ball Princess Caper.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, we're not.
The Great Caper Ball's up.
No, we're not. We're not. Look, can you listen? Okay. Just bear with me.
Right.
Right. The
Lay it out for us, Larry.
The carriage arrives over
Sir
the
Larry.
top of the woman
Sorry.
hole. You're all there, down in your rouge, and you spring out from underneath with a hacksaw. Okay, and you cut a hole in the base of the carriage. And
You've done this before, have you, Larry the Fist?
I saw it in a cartoon. And it works.
You cut a hole in a glass carriage with a hacksaw.
I believe it's actually titanium.
With a hacksaw.
The titanium, the hacksaw, or the glass?
No, the bottom of the carriage. The bottom of the carriage.
Hang on,
is
the
glass.
princess has got a titanium ass.
The bottom of the carriage is not glass. It's titanium.
What sort of princess is this?
The Princess of Portugal.
The Princess of Portugal has got a titanium ass.
No.
Balls the size of a railway carriage. That's the diversion.
No, look, the caper is that you leap out of the woman hole,
With the capers.
whatever, you carry them as you wish, with a hacksaw, and you drill a hole, or you cut a hole in the titanium underside of the carriage.
Drill a hole through the
all the
titanium with a
diversion.
hacksaw.
The whole thing is a diversion. At some point, you drop your ass, you fall off the bottom of the carriage, the gendarmerie will jump on you, the press will go you, and you'll end up doing 20 and 6 hard time. Meanwhile, the real work is happening. That's how
across the street.
What is the gendarmerie doing in Portugal?
Because we're in Paris.
We're in Paris. For
When did you go to Paris? I've bought.
We're in
Princess of
Paris right
Portugal.
now.
I have booked tickets to Lisbon.
Well, you're going to be
You
in
have to
jail
follow, that's
this time
because
tomorrow. So
you've got to follow the princess's balls as she crosses the border, so we don't lose.
I don't want to get pedantic here, but I got a hacksaw. How do I get a hacksaw through a titanium plate?
Ask Larry the Fist.
Larry, you're
Well, I'm glad you asked
you're
that.
good at this sort of thing.
I'm glad you asked that because Fingers McGee, our esteemed Fingers man over here,
Fingers man.
an explosive expert, has supplied some C4 explosive, a shaped charge that you will apply directly above your head.
Hang on, C4.
C4.
Shaped in the shape of a Rolls-Royce 1924 Phantom. Beautiful. You don't get that.
He spent weeks on that. Okay.
That's why this will be a great heist.
Who manufactures
Heist.
C4?
Heist.
Who manufactures?
Hey, hang on. Heist. Ooh, I like that.
Is there a French word that starts with H, like Hellenic? Is that French? Well, that's Greek, isn't it? We need a H word for heist.
Ooh.
The heist.
The hell heist.
The great heist.
I like heist.
Who manufactures C4?
The Czechs.
Yeah, but who? What? Which
Tycho.
Tycho.
Mattel.
See, this is the
Probably
problem.
Mattel.
I saw the C4 that you bought,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I thought it was makeup, so I've actually put it on my face.
Well, you're going to be so close to the shaped charge anyway that it's probably a little bit redundant.
So I gotta. Let me get this straight. I'm dressed as a woman.
Did you
Yeah.
read the brief? Did you read the brief?
Which brief did you actually read?
I can't read. You know that. You know I can't read.
You're underslung on
I
the
made
glass
that clear when we
carriage,
joined
C4
this
all over
band of
your face,
renown that I
Shaped
can't
charge,
read.
shaped like a Rolls-Royce Phantom 1924.
24, and you're looking up the princess's skirt.
Dressed like a woman, wearing
Amazing.
C4 on my face,
rouge.
and then what do I
C4
do?
rouge.
With a 5-second fuse. Okay?
You
And
Ah,
reach-
fine,
You
second.
reach up through the orifice and cop a feel of the royal balls. That's how I read it.
well, yeah, or you're almost right.
But it's still a diversion of the master plan.
Which
Yeah.
is?
Well, we
You
are.
got about 1 minute before I'm walking out of here.
No. Come on.
Archduke Turkington from Sweden is coming over with his band of gold-plated ferrets. We are going to pinch the master ferret and hold the other ferrets for ransom.
We're going to heist the ferret.
Heist the
And
ferret.
that's why you're dressed as a Morris dancer. I get it now.
Right. It's all the plan is falling into.
This is the 50th time we've been over this. How have you not gathered?
Because I can't read.
But we've been
Talk, you keep sending me emails.
All right. Well,
Right, I'm dressed as a woman, you're dressed as a Morris dancer. And Larry, what are you dressed as?
I'm secreted in a postbox.
Secreted.
Secreted. Yeah.
So we cover
That's
you with
the
I
master's
I
right.
cover myself with secretions.
and get in the post box.
Well, I really don't have to. It's quite small. Yeah.
All right, so we give it a name. We get the golden ferret. We ransom it for the rest of the ferrets. We call it the Great French Wrongdoing 2014.
No, wrongdoing. The great French wrongdoing. You're serious?
What about the great French right doing?
No, it's a wrongdoing in any case. It's not a right doing.
How about
press
the
aren't gonna go
Versailles job?
Side job.
The Versailles job.
The Versailles job.
Isn't this happening at Versailles?
Yeah, it's a bit jobby.
I wish we know. How about we move it to Versailles, and they'll call it.
How are we going to get the Grand Duke Turkington of Norway to go to Versailles?
Exactly.
You know he's allergic to porcelain.
Well, someone's got to take over the carriage, and that's where you come in.
Me?
That's what you're there for.
I'm wearing a dress.
Yeah, well, that's why
I got
it's gonna
limited
take you by surprise.
I got
When
limited
the
mobility
princess-
as it is.
You're going to impersonate the princess. Come through the floor if you survive the blast of the shaped charge.
Maybe it's just me, but I think we need another meeting to go through this plan.
At least come up with a name. I call it the Villains of Versailles, and I'll close the meeting on that.
I love it. The villains of Versailles.
At least we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. Okay, well, we'll meet again tomorrow and go through it again another
Yeah,
time.
all right.
All right, so it's the venereal of Versailles, and I like it.
All right, whatever.
Good meeting.
Good meeting. All right.